All right, let's look at this. We have 1/4 plus 3/8. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to see, okay, can I find a least common factor, greatest common multiple of these? So I have 1/4, and if I cut my fourths into one piece, then I still have fourths. If I cut my eighths into one piece, I still have eighths. But if I cut my fourths into two pieces, I have eighths, right? Because 4 times 2 is 8. What that looks like here is this, is if I said, okay, so this is a fourth, that's a fourth, that's a fourth, that's a fourth. If I cut every fourth into two pieces, that is, I cut it in half, that gets me eighths, correct? Okay, so I had 1/4, right? But now I see that if I cut it into two pieces each, so that is multiply the top and the bottom by 2. Let me zoom up on that a little bit so you can see better. That is, if I cut the top and the bottom by 2, that is here multiplying by 2, that gets me 2/8, right? Isn't that what that is? 1, 2. 2 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2/8. Okay, so now I can plug that in here. 1/4 plus 3/8, right? Well, 1/4 is the same thing as 2/8. So then 2/8 plus 3/8 is, well, we're still working with eighths because that's just telling me what's the value of each one of these digits here, right? That's 2, 2 what? 2/8. That's 3, 3 what? 3/8. The denominator just tells me the value, right? Because it's just telling me how many parts make up a whole. So that's going to stay the same. Well, so now, since they are the same, now I can actually add, right? Because otherwise I wouldn't be able to add them. Because I could say 4 plus 8, well, that 4 fourths plus eighths, that doesn't work. It's kind of like saying, well, what's 1/10 plus 3/100ths, right? And the decimal looks like this, 1/10 plus 3/100ths, right? Well, it only makes sense if you line up the decimal because those are the right values then. Here, the values aren't the same, so they're not synonymous. They can't work well together. That's why we have to get them to be the same denominator because then they have the same value, okay? Same place value. So we now are working with eighths. Therefore, my answer is gonna be eighths. So now just add, what's 2 plus 3? Well, that's 5. 5/8. And if you add here, well, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 what? Each one of these is a whole, right? That's one whole. And there's a whole. If I put it together, that's going to get 5/8. Okay. And it looks like the same thing here. So I took my fourths, remember, and I cut them into two pieces each. So that got me eighths, right? Got me 2/8. 1/4 is equal to 2/8. So 2/8 plus 3/8 is going to get me eighths again. Because remember, now we have the same value because the denominators are the same. So therefore, it's the same place value, basically, is what that is. It's 3. That's 3 what? 3/8. 2 what? 2/8. So now they are equal in place value. That is not equal in the sense that they have the same value, but they have the same place, right? So they're eighths. 2 plus 3 is 5/8.